Roaring Kitty has opened the casino yet again. Gamestop stock is climbing from one high to the next, and with it a lot of crypto tokens as well. The GME token on Solana is climbing even faster than GameStop stock. Let's have a look at the on-chain metrics, because that's the beauty of the blockchain. With blockchain data we can look at who's buying, who's selling. Is this the long-term holders that are buying and selling? Is this the whales that are manipulating the price? We can have way more data of GME tokens on Solana relative to the stock on traditional finance. And so here is why everybody is getting crazy about GameStop right now. This is the Twitter account of Roaring Kitty, and it's very active right now. But there was a break. There was a massive break. Have a look at this. There was a tweet on June 19th, 2021, a nice animation of various kittens. But then, suddenly, after years of silence, Roaring Kitty is leaning in again. And Roaring Kitty was one of the main contributors to the pump and dump of GameStop, to the short squeeze where hedge funds lost a lot of money. And so there is, of course, a lot of price correlation between the GameStop stock and the GameStop token. And so we have to look at the stock as well. There's no direct connection. Of course, GameStop isn't issuing the GME token, but of course the attention is correlated. What we see here at the bottom is the trading volume. How many GameStop stocks are moving hands at any given point in time? And at the top, of course, we've got the price action. What do we see? We see when there's a lot of trading action, when there's a lot of attention, the price tends to be high. Once attention dies down, then the price also tends to decline. Now this decline doesn't look so bad, but that's because this is a logarithmic scale. The price of GME actually went down by roughly 90%. And now just recently, it's recovering again. But here is why I like data so much. And of course, in traditional finance, we don't have as much data, but still we have some. We can see that historically, the rally that happened at the beginning of 2021 had way more attention compared to the current rally. The price is moving to a similar degree, but the attention, as in the trading volume, isn't as high yet. And that could indicate that we are just at the beginning here. Now, there is a little bit of a problem because the first short squeeze in the stock happened during a time when there was a lot of retail money floating around. There were the COVID handouts, a lot of available money for the people pushing the price through the Reddit forums. Liquidity isn't that loose anymore. So I'm not expecting the exact same kind of activity as in 2021. But still, this whole game lasted several months. I'd be very much surprised if this is already over after 2 days of peak activity. Now this was enough about the stock. Let's talk about the token, and let's talk about the data most people are not considering. Let's talk about the on-chain data. Now, first of all, the stock really started exploding on the 13th of May, on Monday at 1 p.m. That's equivalent to this vertical line. So the price of the token, of the GME token on Solana, went up by 600% since then. The price of GME stock only went up by 50%. So we can already see crypto is a different beast. One main reason for this is, of course, liquidity, because it's only 4.4 million that are in the GME meme token. Now here's why on-chain data is so useful. We can see, for example, if the number of investors is currently growing, because this is how the meme coin game works. As long as there's more capital flowing into an asset, as long as there's new people entering the asset, the price is likely going to increase. However, if there's no new people coming in and it's just the existing players trading against one another, then at some point the price is likely going to decline, because the people that made money during the initial run, they tend to take profit. And so by looking on chain, we can actually see how many new wallets are trading the GME token. And that information is shown over here. For each day, we've got the number of recurring traders versus first-time traders. First-time traders are shown in purple. We can see that on the 13th and 14th, there were way more first-time traders compared to recurring traders. Now, the current day isn't yet over. I do expect that the number of first-time traders will again exceed the number of recurring traders, because the day has just started. Most new capital tends to enter later in the day. And so this is very positive. We want to see more first-time traders, and I will cover GME over the next days, and I will also update this chart over here. So if you want to continue seeing this, feel free to subscribe. The number of token transactions is also pretty high. Of course, at the beginning when the token launched, there was a lot of activity. Then this died down, and now With Roaring Kitty opening the casino again, we see a lot of trading of GME. No surprise here. The most important chart though is probably this one over here. This shows us the daily trading volume based on segments. We can just look at the small retail, or we can look at the larger wallets over here. What do we see in those last 3 days where the price is rallying? We see that proportionally the larger wallets tend to be trading more. Now this is very, very positive because crypto is both a game of luck and skill, and the larger wallets tend to make on average the better calls because you've traded for so long, the skill translated then into gains, so you've got a larger wallet. And when it's the smart people that are currently buying into GME, that's potentially good for the price. Of course, it's nice to see that new wallets come into this asset, but it's even nicer to see that the whales are proportionally buying more of that asset. By the way, this is a tool that I've developed myself, and all of those kind of statistics can be run for any Solana token. So I plugged in the GME token over here if you want to get access to that tool. And if you want to get a tutorial on how to use this, etc., then feel free to check out the premium membership. It's down below. It's thebitcoinstrategy.com. Now there is a bit of a caveat here, and that's the general market. Unfortunately, crypto isn't expanding anymore as it used to expand in the last weeks. Have a look at the total value locked change in the last 7 days. Pretty much any chain saw a contraction except the Binance Smart Chain. Today we see net also a contraction in Solana despite the GME rally. And besides the new Merlin chain, there isn't a lot of green here, right? At least not significant green. The stable coins show the exact same picture. So this shows now how much fiat is flowing into crypto. And more fiat means, of course, more money can be deployed to push up prices. And this is unfortunately also going sideways for almost a month now. So now it's really player versus player in the sense of not existing players playing against the newbies, but actually expert player versus expert player. So really it's important to use the right data. Really it's important to track the right wallets. And so here's another shameless plug in premium as well. We are tracking various wallets. And we found that James Wynn, Crypto Gains, and Eunice D. Wong are all active in GME. And that's happening since yesterday. I will make a follow-up video comparing GME with AMC as well, both the stock, but also the tokens, of course. So feel free again to subscribe. Feel free to also give this a like. It will help the channel grow. Thank you very much. One more thing, in case you've got Telegram and you don't yet want to sign up for premium, there's also a free channel. Feel free to join. Link is as well down below.